The women's finalists have been decided. Now it's the men's turn. And who do you like in this one, Naomi?
Yeah, it's a tough field. We've got a few guys in the series this year. Max Beattie, the likes of Wes Berg, Ben Carberry. It's tough because you've got then the likes of Pierce Leonard, Jack Moyes, Matt Poole, Bo Wheeler. There's a lot of names, a lot of new clubs. I think the boys are going to have a tough time out there today.
A stacked first semi-final, as we see, like in the women's race, the boys make their way south down to that rip there, and they'll do a lot better in these kinds of conditions as well. They're little bit stronger than the women, and they'll make their way straight out to sea. Looks like Nick Fox there from Wanda, the furthest down. He's probably not the strongest swimmer, and like you said in those women's races, if you're not strong, make sure you head into the rip.
The boys making the most of the rip today and coming around the cans. They've got to pick their line on the way back in. That's why they're spreading so far across the beach.
Pierce Leonard out in front, the 2 times Australian Ironman champion. Now with the Southport club, he's in that dark navy cap there with the yellow dot on the top. Looks like Wes Berg on the far right-hand side, a distinctive stroke there. He's really taking a different line. Why would the boys be taking different lines to the beach?
Yeah, sitting in the beach all day, watching these races, watching the girls race, picking their lines. The guys have just decided that this is the best for them, and it is pot luck, like we discussed earlier. Look at these little ones coming up now. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes there's going to be a break there.
A few of the boys are rolling over, and it looks like one of the Currumbin caps there on the far left-hand side. That might be Jackson Maynard coming down, or Ethan Clouston, the young gun there from the Currumbin club. But like we saw in the women's semi-finals there, a little bit of luck's come into it as some of the boys are coming down. No such luck for Pierce Leonard as Wes Berg stands up in front and waits for a wave. We've got a race on here. There's 8, 9 on the front wave at the moment. So as we've seen all day today, the back markers getting lucky, coming through and ruining the leader's day.
That is the hardest thing to do, pick up a broken whitewater wave like they are and milking it all the way to the beach the best you can.
A very interesting effort there from Wes Berg. Not a noted swimmer, but just like we saw in the women's semi, if he can get through his worst leg, as Hayden Allen leads around. So former professional Ironman makes his way around, racing for the Wanda Club there. Had a little bit of time off in the off seasons, coming back bigger and stronger than ever. Wes Berg leading in second place, from clubmate Ben Carberry. There's Bo Wheeler there of the Northcliffe Club, Pierce Leonard, Luke Cuff as well. Now these are the boys with a little bit of work to do. That's Nick Fox there, really running hard, chasing his teammate down. Wes Berg, this is his best leg. He's really going to try and break away, isn't he?
Yeah, Wes is a great board paddler. He knows the surf. He knows how to move that board in and out of the break. He's picked a great line there, and you can see everyone's looking to get on his wash.
Well, that's the smart thing. If you're behind, jump on the guy who knows his way around the board. Nick Fox on the yellow board there, and Max Beattie sits up, and through one. This Kurrawa break's so powerful. It's about managing your way through it, getting out into that green water and getting going.
It's all about in and out cleanly, looking for the wash, trying to make the most of the conditions.
A little bit of work for the back markers there. It looks like Jack Moyes, so one of the more experienced guys. We're riding on board with him here. You'd expect him to be further up the front, and he's got a lot of work to do now. He's back in 12th or 11th place there with a couple of the back markers here, so you can see how much urgency is in his face there as he makes his way through the shore break.
So much skill and aggression as they hit that little shorey, and they've got to try and make the most of that, try to get onto this lead pack.
There's a few of the Ironmen here is just struggling. As Wes dips underneath one there. It looks like Luke Cuff goes up and over. Max Beattie pushes back and down onto his stomach. A safe option there. Why would he be doing that?
He's just manoeuvring the wave underneath his board cleanly so he can get back down, get the speed back up. Just trying to get out the back as quick as possible, basically. It's very simple, but so much skill in the way they shift their weight to the back of the board, let the nose come up, as Jack Moyes is doing a very good job here.
Moyes with a lot of work to do there alongside Isaac Costello. So one of the Summer of Surf board race winners last season. He'll be looking to use his best leg to his advantage there. And the field's so strung out here. I don't know if these guys can catch up with this much left in the race. Max Beattie just sits up, rests. Why would he be doing that at this point?
It's tough for Max. I think he's just having a rest, actually. He's just having a breather. He's sitting on someone's wash, taking the cover, looking for time to make a move. He's got to get around these cans quickly and swiftly without anyone making any interference with him, as Jack Moyes is doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's tough. Second leg of the 3-leg Ironman. Just a ski to go after this, but out in front, Wes Berg really doing well. The veteran of the sport, 36 years of age. He's been in the sport since the age of 16, so nobody's got more experience. Right on his hammer there, Luke Cuff, changed to the Mermaid Club, and right back here, Max Beattie, another one of the great board paddlers there. Kiwi just made the transfer over to Surfers Paradise, so he's doing well at the moment. The race is on up front, but the real one we've got to watch is back in 7th, 8th, 9th. In such a high-quality field, how nerve-wracking is it waiting to see these semi-finals come out to know who's in your field, who you think you can beat, and who you think may have your measure?
It's always very tough because some of the semis that can be stacked, so you do have 8 guys in the series in one and there's might be 3 in another, but that's what surf's about. It's all about the luck involved. It's all about racing the big guys. That's what summer of surf's about.
As we see the wind really starting to affect conditions here, and off to the right-hand side there, Pierce Leonard decided to take a different line from Max Beattie as the waves start to come. So the boys will really rev things up. They know a wave here could see them through to the final. Wes Berg out in front in the centre of your screen, just leans up. Luke Cuff, another former world junior board paddler on the left-hand side, pushing. What a performance there from Luke Cuff. Pushed all the way down that one. He'll take this runner the whole way to the beach, and it looks like Jack Moyes has got one as well.
Yeah, the boys just searching for something that you can see them chasing across the beach, looking for that little bump, looking for a bit of green water to stand up. They want it to break. Like Luke Cuff's just surfed all the way to Surfers Paradise and back.
What a performance there from Luke. So he'll go into this final leg with all the confidence in the world. After that, Wes Berg sitting pretty in 2nd place. And here comes the cavalry. Beau Wheeler, 5th place at the Australian Championships on the yellow board. Max Beattie in there in 4th as well, as Luke Cuff's up and around. How important are transitions in a point like this? If you can get onto your ski and get away, makes all the difference with a break like this.
It's all about getting out through the break as clear as you can, and Luke Cuff's given himself the best opportunity here. Get to your ski first, get in clear water, and attack that break.
Pierce Leonard in 3rd place. Beau Wheeler. Look at Ben Carberry run. He knows his training partner's up and coach is up in front as Luke Cuff gets the ski up and moving. Very bright at the moment. We won't miss him. This is where it matters. Matt Poole, he's a long way back there on the edge in 8th place. Nick Fox chasing him alongside James Lacey as well. So as we're on with Pooley on the ski here, this final ski leg, we could see some upsets like we saw in the women's semis.
It's all about minimising mistakes. So Pooley's just got to think about getting in the ski, get that rating up and get out the back as quick as he can.
Well, look at them. You could throw a blanket over them in the final leg here as Nick Fox, another of the bright skis. Orange must be in this season because we've seen a few of the boys. Max Beattie doing it tough.
Yeah, Max really needs to work on that rating, getting through that break. He looks like he's sucking in a few big ones as Nick Green's going out as well. The boys have got to get through the shorey as quick as they can, clear as they can, and chase those big boys up the front.
As Matt Poole leans back and goes through, wow, we look at his eyes there. He knows if he doesn't get out and through this one, this could be race over, as it looks like Ben Carberry's off and Max Beattie's off. He's had to roll. Oh, the ski roll. He won't be happy with that. And Ben Carberry going backwards. That's almost race over for him as we see the rest of the field getting hit. There's skis sideways. There's people going backwards. There's carnage at Kurrawa as the leader's out in green water. It looks like Max is back on. He isn't happy with what's gone on there. He's really breathing tough. How hard is it to roll your ski, get back on and get it up and moving again?
Oh, it's basically impossible to go from where they were to be hitting by that 3 foot of white water, rolling it upside down, flipping it back over, getting on and get the boat moving again. It's a very hard thing to do.
Waves like that have played into Matty Poole's hands there. He's snuck through a few, and it looks like the likes of Jack Moyes as well. So he's up on the edge of the red zone at the moment with Nick Fox on that bright orange ski at the back. Max Beattie, we can see him counting numbers, looking out the back, trying to get around here in the top 8. So out on the orange can, it looks like in 3rd place at the moment, Matty Poole, as we pan back to our leaders. This is how much difference an easy run through the break can make there. They've probably got 80, 90, 100 metres on 3rd place Matt Poole, with Hayden Allen there in 4th place as well. So what a difference one wave can make.
Yeah, this chase pack is not where you want to be. You want to be up the front where Wes and Luke Cuff are, but just having a clear get out just makes such a big difference. And you can see the boys out in front, they're doing it easy and they've just had a dream run.
Oh, cruising home. The boys, they love it at the moment. Both down this little wave. They won't screw that one up from there. So we've got 2 in, but the race is on at the back. They're for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all important 8th here. And waves are going to come into play, aren't they?
It's very difficult. Wes almost having a bit of an whoopsie there coming across the shorey. Luke Cuff probably doing it fine, lining himself up with that flag. The boys are conserving energy. looking forward to the final.
Very happy to be through in 1 and 2 at the moment. So great job from our leaders, Luke Cuff from the Mermaid Club and Matt Poole. Look at the effort, putting the power down, trying to stay out of trouble. Oh, he's got the legs over there. That's not what you want. Looks like, no, he's held it up. What a performance there from Matt Poole as our 2 leaders cross the line. But the drama's back on the waves at the moment. Matty Poole almost lost it, and that could have been his final out, but he seems like he's brought it back at the moment. Pierce Leonard looks like he's home alongside James Lacey as well. So great performance from those 2, but it's not this what we're worried about. It's 7, 8 and 9. Max Beattie coming down a wave alongside Pierce Leonard there. He's had to work hard for it, hasn't he?
Oh, he's had a tough run out there today. Pooley's also had a tough run. It's been it's surf. That's what you get. You get dealt those cards. You have to deal with it, and it shows the skill and the determination to try and get through to the next round.
A little bit of bad luck in the opening leg for Matty Poole. Some luck at the end there. Pierce Leonard rolls across the line along with James Lacey, and Mackenzie Heinard's come from nowhere, and he look like he's hurt, and he's really had to do a hard job to get into the final there. But he'll be there. Unlike this man, clubmate Bo Wheeler will not be in the final, and what an upset. Noosa's Jack Moyes, somebody you'd certainly expect to be there. As a few of the boys sprint for home, but it's all for no avail. Taking a look at the final results there, Luke Cuff in first place, first man through to the final. Wes Berg, Matt Poole, Hayden Allen, Max Beattie, James Lacey, Pierce Leonard and Mackenzie Heinard over the page. Disappointing for Jack Moyes, Nick Fox, Isaac Costello and Ben Carberry, somebody else you'd expect to be there in the final.